Hi everyone, it's Joanne Levy here, President of Sassoon Yehuda Sephardi Synagogue and the Sephardi Association of Victoria. We had our AGM tonight, the 27th of March 2022, 24th of Adar 25782. It was a fantastic meeting, well attended. Thank you to everyone who came. I felt that it was a good idea to have the President's speech recorded, so it's available to everyone, not just our members, financial members, but everyone can see. What we want, which is what we did talk about tonight, is that we want everyone on board. We want ideas, we want feedback, and we want to be able to move together as a kehillah. And I feel that recording and having my speech available to everyone is really important. So I'm going to read it out again. Thank you for listening. And if you have any questions or you have any feedback or comments, you know how to get in touch with me, president@sephardivic.com. So I started up because I had been nominated. I hadn't actually been hadn't with the president, but I have been president since 2019. So it is an honor and a privilege to be a synagogue president. And I thank you all for your amazing support from when I stepped up in 2019 to now. I thank you for your trust and belief in me to not only be the president, but to create and build a new foundation so we can grow and thrive. It will take time. We have planted the seeds, so to speak, but we're in the right direction of becoming a vibrant and flourishing community. The past year has presented us with a number of challenges, the two main ones being the COVID lockdowns and the unexpected departure of a number of our members. The COVID lockdowns and restrictions have had a massive impact on us financially and also in us trying to organise events, religious services, to plan and rent our hall and synagogue. It has been challenging and complex. Synagogue memberships do not cover our yearly expenses. We rely on income from events, fundraisers, smachot, and also our partner, Yesterday HaTorah, in renting our premises. Lockdowns have meant a substantial loss in our income as our hall and synagogue remained empty for many months over the past year. It hasn't been easy, but I thank the Treasurer, Abi, for his incredible support. Together, we applied for recovery grants from the state government, which were complex and arduous. Being successful in receiving grants ensured we were able to pay our bills and we were able to keep up the maintenance on the building. The other challenge we faced was the unexpected departure in April 2021 of a number of members. These represented more than 50% of our active kehillah members. For years now, we have seen our community age, and unfortunately, no plans or strategies were implemented 5 to 10 years ago when it was needed to address this. And in 2020, the majority of the then committee made the decision without consultation with you, the members, not to renew the contract of our full-time rabbi. Just think how different things would have been had we had an outreach rabbi working for us, caring for those in need and growing our community over the past 2 years. Imagine where we would be now. We can't go back and change what's happened, but we are addressing the issues now. And I am going to be honest and say that change is hard, change is complex. And for us to be successful, everyone needs to chip in and help. Many of our members who regularly attended over the years are now too old or are too unwell to come to synagogue. And sadly, we've also lost members. With the walkout last year, some members not attending due to COVID and an aging community, it has been a challenge to make a minyan each week. We know this. But thanks to a supportive committee, and Rabbinical Team were able to implement fresh ideas to address this issue that are both short-term and long-term, and it's working. Yes, it's slow, but it will take time. We've only just started, but we are starting to see people who left return and new people attending. Remember, success doesn't happen overnight. There is no quick fix. A couple of examples. Many look at Rabbi Moti of Hamakaz Shalanu and see the thriving community that he has created. Yes, he is successful now. But when I first met him, he was running his synagogue in a room above a shop in Glen Huntley Road many years ago. Rabbi Raven, senior rabbi of Caulfield Shul, who's like a force of nature and is a fantastic leader and rabbi. He's now on his third rabbinical position. He worked his way up there. It took years. Both rabbis are doing amazingly well, but they started small on their way to the heights that they have achieved. They didn't just suddenly become successful with this large kehillah. Blame, finger pointing, complaints, they're going to achieve little. But helping out, attending services, donating to the synagogue, renewing your membership, and encouraging friends and family to attend, that's what you can do now. If you want your synagogue to thrive, you want this place to survive, then everyone needs to do something, whatever that something may be. I would like to acknowledge those on the committee and members of the Kehillah who have made an extra effort to attend Shabbat services over the past year to ensure that we had a minyan each week, so that those who needed to make Kaddish could. We are truly thankful for their support and commitment to our synagogue and showing care to those who need it. I would like to add that hours and hours of discussion and negotiation were spent to encourage those who left without explanation to return. But unfortunately, we were unsuccessful. I said then, and I say now, they are more than welcome to come back. There will be no hard feelings from myself, from the committee, or the rabbinical team. Our synagogue is welcome to all, and that front door is always open. The creation of FOSSI, Friends of Sassoon Yehuda, has been pivotal in the financial and spiritual success of us as a community over the past year. Creating FOSSI was something very important to myself. I volunteered over 50 hours of time in ensuring that our synagogue had its own charity affiliated with its DGR status. What that means is that donations are tax deductible. And also, we're able to apply for grants through various philanthropic organisations. FOSSI was fully supported by the committee. I thank them for their enthusiastic endorsement. Our financial survival over the past year has been dependent on the success that we've had with our FOSSI grants. Each grant takes hours and hours of work by myself as president, but the outcome has made it all worthwhile. The Treasurer will speak more about this, but in the past year, we have been successful in $75,000 in grants. The majority of these funds have been used to provide care and support to our own community, our members, as well as the wider Jewish community, assisting those impacted by COVID lockdowns and restrictions. Over the past year, we have donated thousands of kosher meals for free. Our volunteers have been incredible. I would like to acknowledge Rosine Haller, Claude Berman, Leah Bergman, Esther Bartak, and many others, some who want to remain anonymous, who've helped out so much so we can provide kindness to those in need. For those who've been ill with COVID, in isolation or needing help, we, the Sephardi community, have shown great kindness. We are now seen in a very positive light within the wider Jewish community. One of the challenges I faced when I stepped up as when I was re-elected as president in 2020 was not having a rabbi. I am thankful that Rabbi Benji returned 7 months later to conduct religious services. but he's only available part-time. As an educator, he works full-time. He's also a mashgiach at Kosher Australia and studying Dayanut, and he has 4 young children. He provides me with excellent rabbinical advice, support, and friendship. We are very lucky to have such a well-respected and knowledgeable Sephardi rabbi. Rabbi Benji assisted us in ensuring that our kitchen could be approved kosher under Kosher Australia. This means that our foods, including our meals, are kosher for all. This has been a huge achievement, and again, we are seen in a positive light within the wider Jewish community. We have recruited Yoel Fogelgarn, who has been conducting shiurim and inspiring us with Torah learning, and has also been assisting with outreach. He is wonderful to work with, and we are considering ways on expanding his role regarding religious learnings. When I stepped up as president in 2019, I presented you with a new direction, and that is to have 2 rabbis working together. That was and still is my vision for us to grow as a community. This is supported by the rabbinical team and committee. I want to assure you that we are currently working hard to fundraise the monies we need to employ a full-time rabbi to become spiritual leader of our community long term. My aim is to recruit an outreach rabbi by Rosh Hashanah this year. This full-time rabbi will work with Rabbi Benji, but his focus will be on outreach, running programs and events. Our aim is to grow our Kehillah to 300 families in 5 years. We can do this. We have an incredible rabbinical team, a beautiful synagogue to pray in, and a committee wanting to achieve this goal. As Nelson Mandela said, it always seems impossible until it's done. But look what we have achieved over a past year full of lockdowns. We've run religious services. We've celebrated Hagim. We provided gifts to you, our members, showing how valued you are to us. We've paid all our bills. We have a new website. We have social media. Our kitchen is under Kosher Australia. We've had COVID-friendly kiddushim. We've also had social events. We are now in the process of creating a kollel for the synagogue to have religious learning as well as a school for bar and bat mitzvah programs, Sunday school, after school programs for children who are not at Jewish day schools. This is how we are going to grow as a community, by having programs and attracting families. By having accreditation, which is the process that we're going through, we will be eligible for federal funding as well as grants. To grow, we need new members and families. We will do this with the employment of the outreach rabbi and the new school. Just have a think about it. It is the rabbi that attracts people to a synagogue, and generally the reason why they sign up as financial members. Having friendships with other synagogues is also very important. Not only do we get exposure for ourselves as a community, there are also some other positive benefits to working with other synagogues. In Rosh Hashanah last year, St Kilda Shul donated beautiful gifts to their members. They had many left over. They were given to us for free, which we were able to give to many in our Kehillah. And we are currently working with other synagogues to have combined social events. In addition to more religious services, we will continue with fundraising and events. And yes, we have a new Sefer Torah coming this year. It's very exciting. Excuse me. Recently, we were deeply saddened when our beautiful friend, Kathy Shashua, passed away. She was a committee member as well as a dedicated volunteer. She contributed hours of amazingness for this synagogue. She will be remembered for her kindness, her smile, and her incredible cooking. The community cookbook, a fundraiser we hope to create in the next year, will be dedicated in her loving memory. I thank her family for their approval and endorsement of this. We also remember Dan Horish, a friend and generous supporter of our community. It was a shock to hear of his sudden passing. He was very happy with the current committee and its leadership. Since 2019, we had developed a wonderful friendship with him, and he loved catching up with me and hearing about the updates and how we were progressing as a community. And now we have some exciting updates to share with you. First, we thank Paul Berman for yet again stepping up as editor of the Kesher magazine for this year. I'm very excited to be working with him and can confess we've already started working on the Kesher. And I'm delighted to announce the new Kehillah Awards that we are going to have. This is going to be fantastic. We have 4 awards, and they are the Kathy Shashua Award for Kindness, the Benny Cohen Award for Shofar Blowing, the Paul Berman Award for Best Sheshbesh Player, and the Mark Cohen Award for the Most Enthusiastic Bar Mitzvah Boy. So at each future AGM, we will be announcing the winners for each of these awards, and we love that we can combine the past members who played such an important role in our synagogue with the future. We have, however, decided to award one this year. The committee, as well as the Shashua family, are delighted to announce that we are honouring Rosine Haller as the first recipient of the Kindness Award. For the past 18 months, Rosine has called members of our community every day to check on their welfare. She has cooked for, visited many, as well as driven people to events so they don't miss out. Rosine has displayed great kindness to so many, and her being the recipient, the first recipient of this award, is very special, especially since she and Kathy were good friends. Mazel tov, Rosine. So I actually gave Rosine an award at that time. I would also like to thank and acknowledge Jacques Levy and Mark Elmele, who are stepping down from the committee this year. They have both previously been committee members. I thank them for assisting me over the past 18 months. Their business acumen and insights have been very welcome. I thank them sincerely for the dedication to this synagogue. I want to thank A.B. Cohen, the treasurer, for his hard work in ensuring the bills are paid, strategies for longevity are created and implemented, and our finances are competently managed. We are very blessed to have a banker as our treasurer. I thank him for his amazing support and working with me. To Lara Cohen, superstar and highly efficient secretary, thank you for your hard work and being so supportive to me, and also representing the interests of our young people. She's got fantastic ideas. She is a wonderful young woman and a credit to her parents and grandparents. To David Bracker, thank you for always being there when I need help, and I'm so thankful to have you on the committee, and also for being my friend. I thank you for taking the responsibility in ensuring the building and gardens are maintained and are kept beautiful and clean. To Stephen Stern, thank you for the incredible work you did on the Constitution. We are very blessed to have you on the committee, and I appreciate the ongoing support you give me. To Rosine Haller, thank you for your contribution to the committee, for representing our senior members at the meetings, and for your delicious cakes. I'm also thankful for my husband, Jacques, our sons, my brother, my parents, and my mother-in-law for being there. Not only do they help me, but they help the community in so many ways, from attending Shabbat services, schlepping, and also providing good advice. We've laid a new foundation for our community. It is very different from the past, and I'm thankful to you, the majority of the members who have shown commitment to the synagogue, the committee, and myself. We've dealt with a number of challenges this past year, but now it's time to grow and become the vibrant community that we want to be. It will take time, but I know that it can happen. Remember, the committee are here for you, and you are welcome to come and talk to us anytime and share your ideas. Thank you to those members who joined via Zoom. So we actually had people face-to-face and on Zoom this year. It was wonderful to have them there. A special thanks to Henry Azen for being the chair, and I thanked everyone for coming tonight. So that was my speech tonight. Thank you for listening. It was absolutely fantastic tonight. We had some really great questions, some really good feedback. And then we all sat down and had a beautiful dinner tonight. Thanks to the pitter man, the food was sensational. And it was so nice to socialize and catch up. We had a beautiful turnout and it was fantastic. So I thank you for your time. And as I said, if you have any questions, you have feedback, you have suggestions, we are here. The committee represents you. We're not here to do our own thing. At the moment, we are driving forward with a new way forward. We hope that you like what we're doing. As I said, we are here to support you and we are here to represent you. I thank you for the honour of believing in me and supporting me as president, and also for the committee. The committee are incredible. We are very blessed to have such a wonderful committee who are dedicated to this synagogue and ensuring its longevity. Thank you.